Hi everyone and welcome back to Inquisitive Thinking. This is part 2 of our ongoing 3-part series in which we are talking about quadratic polynomials, parabolas representing quadratic polynomials, their special points, and different forms of quadratic polynomials, which are standard form, intercept form, and vertex form. So in part 2, we are specifically talking about intercept form. So without wasting any time, let us start. So let's talk about standard form of a quadratic polynomial. Again, let me remind you, we are only talking about single variable quadratic polynomials. Now, suppose p of x is a quadratic polynomial. So p of x, when written as ax square plus bx plus c, is said to be written in a standard form, where a, b and c are real numbers and a is not equal to 0. For example, x square or 5x square plus 10x plus 6 or 3x square minus 9x. In all of these three examples, variable is x. In the first example, which is actually the simplest quadratic polynomial, x square, we have a is equal to 1, whereas value of b and c are equal to 0. In this example, we have a is equal to 5, b is 10 and c is 6. And in third example, we have a is equal to 3, we have b is equal to minus 9 and we have no c. So let's talk about intercept form of a quadratic polynomial. In part 1, we had already discussed about x and y intercepts made by a parabola representing a quadratic polynomial with x and y axis. So again, here's a gentle reminder. If you are new to this channel and watching the video for the first time, make sure to watch part 1. So whenever x is equal to 0, y-intercept will be equal to the constant term in the standard form, that is equal to c. Whereas x-intercepts are those points where y is equal to 0, that is parabola intersects x-axis. So x-intercepts are those points where a parabola intersects x-axis. Now here is a small note. X-intercepts only exist in case of real solutions of quadratic equation, which is y is equal to 0. In intercept form, we write p of x is equal to a into x minus p into x minus q, where a is the leading coefficient. Precisely speaking, p and q are the abscissas of x-intercepts, that is, where the parabola intersects the x-axis. In case p and q are unequal, parabola intersects x-axis at two different points. In case p and q are equal, parabola intersects x-axis at a single point. So this is the graph of y is equal to 2 into x minus 1 into x plus 2. As you can see, this graph is a parabola and it is intersecting x-axis at 2 points, whereas it is intersecting y-axis at 1 point. So coordinates of point P are minus 2, 0 and coordinates of point Q are 1, 0. P and Q are the x-intercepts. X equal to 1 and x equal to minus 2 are also the roots of equation y is equal to 0. Now open the parenthesis to convert intercept form back to standard form. So when I'll open the parenthesis, that is when I'll solve the right hand side, I'll get the quadratic polynomial 2x square plus 2x minus 4. So this parabola is actually representing the quadratic polynomial 2x square plus 2x minus 4. So here we have talked about converting the intercept form to the standard form. But converting a quadratic polynomial from its standard form to the intercept form may not be always possible. Parabola has to intersect or touch x-axis to make x-intercepts. If it does not, there are no real values of x that can satisfy y is equal to 0. Considering such real value or values of x exists, let's see how we can change the standard form to the intercept form. So p of x is written as ax square plus bx plus c, which is actually the standard form. In the next step, I'll take a as the common factor from all these three terms, such that the right hand side becomes like this. And here is the explanation. Take out a as the common factor from RHS, from right hand side. Now before going ahead, you can see that the expression written in the parenthesis over here is actually another quadratic polynomial. So now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to factorize this quadratic expression in the parenthesis and write this 2-degree polynomial as the product of two 1-degree polynomials, that is, as the product of two linear polynomials. This form is called the intercept form. And here is the explanation. Write the remaining quadratic in the parenthesis that is written over here as the product of two factors. P and Q are basically those points which satisfy y is equal to 0. It means P and Q are basically the roots of equation y is equal to 0. Factorization method, complete in the square, or quadratic formula can be used to find the value of P and Q. Then after that you can simply write this quadratic expression in the parenthesis as the product of two linear factors. For our next example, let us take the graph of y is equal to x square plus 5x plus 10. So you can see over here, this parabola is intersecting y-axis at one point, but there is no point of intersection of this parabola with x-axis. So the point where this parabola is intersecting y-axis is A, is denoted by A, whose coordinates are 0, 10. So y-intercept of this parabola is 0, 10, that is at x is equal to 0, y is equal to 10, that is the constant term. But parabola does not intersect x-axis, so there are no x-intercepts. In short, we can say that x square plus 5x plus 10 cannot be written in an intercept form, since there are no real values of x for which equation y is equal to 0 is satisfied. So this was an example in which we were not able to convert a quadratic polynomial written in the standard form to the intercept form. And the only reason for that is that this quadratic polynomial does not possess any real solutions. This is it for today's video. In part 3 we'll talk about vertex form of a quadratic polynomial, which is going to be uploaded soon. So again, a gentle reminder, if you have not watched part 1, make sure to watch it. You are definitely going to develop some intuition about the parabola, because in that we have discussed about special points, and that too in depth. So make sure to watch part 1 as well. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, please share this with your friends. Subscribe for more content like this. Stay healthy, stay safe, and most importantly, stay inquisitive. I'll meet you in the next one.